Hi guys, and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. Today we're going to be taking a look at Singularity DAO and the price action of this particular token. Guys, this is a project that's relatively new. It is a spin-off from Singularity Net. So you know how bullish I am on AGI and AGIX, and obviously SDAO is the same kind of ilk. It is a fantastic project, guys, and we're going to get into what is going on most recently with the price action of the SDAO. As we get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, do hit the like button. I really appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then do subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will not miss another update. Right, let's talk a little bit around Singularity DAO, what is going on here. So obviously there's not a huge amount of data that we can actually use here for Singularity DAO. Obviously, it's a relatively new project. As we said, it's only actually been here available from a data point of view for 52 days, okay? So, 53 days, sorry. So it's been something, relatively new, not a lot of data, but it has had a significant push on price most recently. And we actually saw lows for SDAO down there at 91 cents. This actually happened on the 20th of July. Right now, we are tracking at $3.56, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. Let me take a look at that for a moment, and we actually take our price range from our lows there through to the current position right now. It's a 291% gain from basically the 20th of July through to the 29th of August. So it's doing very, very well. But what to expect next with SDAO? Obviously, it's continuing to set these all-time highs, but what does that mean going further forward? So we're going to try to do a little bit of TA here. It's going to be difficult considering there isn't a lot of data, but we'll start things off with the Fibonacci retracement. Okay, this is the daily chart because we can't use the weekly at the moment. And obviously, we're just going to take the launch here to see what's going on, right? So we're going to take the 7th of July. At least this is Uniswap data. And we can obviously see that this came in at $2.63. We obviously saw this correction come in, kind of bottoming out there at 91 cents. We then started to see decent recovery. We saw us battling around the 618, the 702, the 786 area here, getting rejected from it, and then really battling through. And then a couple of days ago, we just blasted straight past the 786 and the all-time high over there, right? Back testing down on it, confirming it is a support line, and then continue to grow. We're actually going after the first target here for Singularity DAO, okay? So this is the 1.618. So for those who do not know, Singularity DAO is all about DeFi, right? But it's using artificial intelligence, and specifically the artificial intelligence from Singularity Net, okay? And the idea here is that retail investors will be able to invest in what is called Dynasets, and the Dynasets are managed by the artificial intelligence, which will invest in cryptocurrency assets and will rebalance the set depending on the conditions and kind of factors that are around what is going on when it comes to those particular assets. This basically means that you're leveling the playing field between professional traders and institutions and retail investors. This basically gives you the tools as a retail investor to basically take advantage of all of the trading knowledge that the artificial intelligence will have. This basically puts you at the competitive edge, or at least on the same playing field as these institutions who are already doing this kind of thing. So as a result, this is a particularly interesting project for me personally. I've been following Singularity Net for quite some time, and we actually caught up with 𝗕𝗪𝗪 from Singularity DAO not too long ago. We also did a blockchain global where we also had Marcelo, we had Lee from Harmony, Mickey from World Mobile, and Matt from 𝗕𝗓𝗪, and we were talking about all kinds of different things, including artificial intelligence. Now, we also caught up with Dr. Ben Goertzel, the CEO and founder of Singularity Net, to talk about all the artificial intelligence and everything that was going on there as well. So if those are of interest to you, check out the channel, find those videos, because you'll get a little bit more of an insight as to what is going on here with Singularity DAO and why this project is such a powerful one, right? This is a project that I honestly want to see grow, and I think it's going to absolutely flourish. I think so many people are going to benefit from this particular project, and specifically from DeFi overall, right? Because obviously it's relatively new. It has been around for a while, but there's not actually that many people utilizing it. And I think a lot of that comes down to the fact that most of the DeFi apps so far have been running on the Ethereum chain. And obviously there's a bit of a barrier to entry during bull runs, and specifically with gas fees, etc. It becomes a little bit unusable. With that being said though, Singularity Net SDAO, Singularity DAO, are moving over to the Cardano ecosystem where it's more scalable and cheaper. And I think this is going to have a profound effect on DeFi projects overall. And the same thing can be said for Polkadot, Algorand DeFi, Solana, for example. All of these fast, cheaper blockchains are taking a significant market share away from Ethereum. So it's going to be interesting to see how all this kind of plays out. Now, for the SDAO here, what does that mean? Well, things are just getting started, right? We can see what's going on with Cardano, smart contracts, all of those kind of good things. The fact that these projects are also launching on that platform is going to be a really good signal to take a bit of a launch of these projects to the next level, right? So the Fibonacci retracement tool in this scenario here doesn't actually give us a really good indication. It only tops out at $8.21. But speaking to Chris about this, my expectations on how high SDAO is likely to go, considering everything that we know about it, I would actually put this thing up here towards that kind of $40 range. Now, that might seem insane, guys, but I do think that is where we are likely to see this thing actually peak out, which would be about 1,000% gain on the current position, okay? So I think this is going to do quite well, and I think it's going to do really well during this year, but I think multi-year, this project is absolutely going to be an absolute beast. If we actually just throw into coin market cap here, and we go down into the SDAO, which is up 29%, by the way, in the last 24 hours, we can see that there is a maximum supply of 100 million. Only 12 million are out there right now. The market cap is only $44.5 million. So once this project actually, gets some decent traction to it, some good publicity, and some marketing, this coin is absolutely going to explode, in my opinion. So the potential for SDAO is absolutely vast, and all you're seeing right now is these insignificant small moves that still seem very, very cheap to me personally. So obviously, when we're talking about this being all the way down at the low end, this is fantastic to see us being able to get some decent traction and to see some good value coming into the project straight away. That being said, though, obviously being so early, I do think this thing has got such potential. It is going to explode once things actually get going. And once people actually start to understand what is going on here with Singularity DAO and how important it is for retail investors, I do think there's going to be a lot of FOMO into this project, and a lot of people using the Dynasets as well, and basically leveraging the artificial intelligence to basically rebalance all their portfolios, right? So I think this is going to be really cool and a really interesting one to kind of watch out for. I do think, and Chris aligns to this, about $40 seems a pretty sensible level for this project during this year. You have to only look at things like Solana to realize, the true potential of these coins. I know it's a slightly different project, all of that kind of stuff, but you just go from a really low value to a really reasonable value very, very quickly. It does not take a lot of money to actually move the needle in any one direction. And again, on that note as well, I've seen quite a few comments talking about market capitalization, how certain price points are just impossible because, you just calculate the price by the supply. Yeah, absolutely. Calculate the price by the supply. That is market capitalization. It's a very simplistic calculation that means nothing. Okay, it does not represent the amount of money that goes into a project. It does not represent, a barrier to prevent anything. If you're talking about price discovery, there's only two things you have to be concerned with, right? If you want the price to go up, you have to squeeze the supply. If there's a shortage of the supply of the token, then you're going to, cause a bit of a catalyst for price discovery. Likewise, if there's a demand, it will increase that price discovery dramatically, which is why during a bull run there's usually a shortage on the supply because people are holding it and they're not selling it, and there's a FOMO because everyone's speculating that the price is going to go up. So basically they continuously buy in, so there's a demand and then no one is selling it, and as a result you get price discovery. A part of that, market cap has no bearing whatsoever. It's not a barrier of entry of any kind. We are not talking about actual physical money inside a project. You're talking about the current price multiplied by the circulating supply. And again, guys, that has absolutely zero bearing on anything. So it gives you a kind of a rough understanding to say that this is maybe valuable, but it doesn't even really represent value at all. So guys, it's important that you do understand market capitalization. If you don't understand market capitalization, research it, because it's going to be absolutely key if you're going to be successful in this space. And without understanding market cap, you're going to really struggle to think about where things are likely to go. And you're going to assume that a $16 XRP, for example, is impossible because of market capitalization, when it just simply isn't. We are talking about a multi-trillion-dollar space here. Things have only just started to heat up. We started this channel in October of 2020 when the market cap was 300 billion. We've seen this up at $2.5 trillion, and you're going to tell me that market cap is a problem and a bit of a barrier. It just simply isn't. It does not represent actual money. Right, with that being said, done, obviously knowing that market cap isn't a barrier, we only have 12 million tokens in supply here for SDAO. We can see this thing absolutely popping very, very well to the upside during this run. It's really hard to do TA on this one, but definitely do some research. We've done videos on what SDAO is. We've caught up with the CEO of Singularity DAO as well on multiple occasions. Do check out those videos if you want to learn more about the project. It is something that I think is going to be super important for retail investors to know and understand. Guys, hopefully you have found this brief update on Singularity DAO, SDAO, useful and informative. If you have, then hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you are new, then do subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here. With that said, done and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.